Hello everybody, I am Takeshy and I'm here with Quill once again.
Hello, and thank you for being here.
Nobody sees me yet, but that's fine. That is because I am testing if everything is fine on my end. Seems to be fine. But must have to be saved and sorry. So, we are here in the water world. And there is a guy or body who needs to be saved. Who is stuck inside the tower, a radio tower. In a storm. How is it gonna go? Well, we have a pilot who can still fly in these conditions. Hardly, but it's not impossible. And the titles are done. We are actually gonna see the rescuing. Oh, it's a wait, and we are not gonna see anything. Let me find a rescue unit. I have no idea what it's gonna be. Sure. Part 5. Rescue on the radio tower. It's a little bit more obvious music than I thought it would be, but that's fine. How are we supposed to work these? I mean, that's about the new TARDIS. After she has had to emerge back from the stormy rain. And before, a creative protecting bubble force appeared around them. However, the doctor and the sonic screwdriver are not among them this time. The Emotion have to shout to have any chance to be heard by each other. And they closely examine what they are wearing, and they notice a bunch of clip-hooks extending from the ship at various points, each of which looks about 20 feet long. Good they are harnessed in, so they are not gonna be flung over the ship. Even if they do, they can be pulled back. Don't say anything on this magic. It levitates one of the clip hooks attached to 20-foot rope and makes it towards them. The object in question has to pass through a small hole opening to the field that he hears this point. Ah! So he literally has to open the hole. It stops everything, not just rain. Good to know.
That bubble might even stop oxygen. If you don't occasionally create a hole in there, eventually they might run out of oxygen inside the bubble. So it's certainly waterproof too.
So it is a more powerful magician.
Yeah, an all-around spherical bubble. Twilight had something like that once before, surrounding her home when she was not welcoming the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Which is a much larger version than this. And her brother created a shield like this around the entire city of Canterlot once.
And Starlight was the other one who was able to do it.
The functionality of that bubble around Canterlot was different than this. Because if you recall, the ponies were able to pass through the barrier just fine. It was simply pushing out the changelings. So that was a field that was more selective in what it expelled.
I mean, he could just say that, yeah, oxygen can come through, like a whole tweet. I mean, that is how the body's dome around Catalos worked.
Mm.
That, okay, it can pass through. Once it is up close, he examined the keep hook and how to open it. Then he examined the mass and noticed several rings that he could attach to the keep hook to. Oh yeah, if you haven't told us yourself before, then it is gonna be a mess how to do it. Especially for Ming, who, I mean, for her it might be easier because she has wings, but for Earth bodies, those are gonna be a mess to harness yourself in. Then he thinks about it for a while before nothing is satisfaction, but then he reaches a conclusion. This is it to our back to the ship. It's just to keep on. I thought they had to actually put through the rope in between the rings all the time.
No, you just clip it on and off.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, okay.
Simple but also strong.
Yeah. But also less stable. If you just keep it. Maybe not, maybe not. Further explained until least for one and shout it near there. But we are here supposed to grab something and make our way across the ship. It is just an extra safety precaution. Once we make our way about 20 feet or so, we are supposed to take another one of these, give it to our west, and I'll give the last one. We just continue the pattern until we are to where we are going. This is literally what the mountain climbers are doing as well.
Mm.
The difference is that they are going up and down and they are going left and right. Tommy appears to realize something. Then she shouts, "Wait for a second, I got about an idea, father. I give us call the ship for a man." Hold on, but also curious, father tilts his head and stares questioningly. On the button do so. With a little bit of intimidation, he agrees that both will make that onto the ship. After that, he looks at Storming and nods to silently communicate his compliance with her request. The test, Storming spreads her wings on both sides to see how far she can stretch them within the force field. Upon doing so, she can almost touch her wings to her maximum length, but can't. I mean, almost means that no.
Yep.
Momo is just a bit too small, but I did that on purpose so they would not have to face through any narrow openings across the ship. So it would actually stop them from going inside. It literally reminds me of those blue bubbles that you can get inside. It is almost like a physical bubble, right?
Something like that, but probably more durable.
Yeah.
Though it depends how much magic he pours into it. That not only affects the area, how large it is, but how much magic he invests in it would determine its hardness.
Yeah, but
and duration.
Also, if it's gonna be bigger, then Thunder will need to expand a lot more mana.
Correct.
Thunder, expand the mana a little more. Coming this first, they confused. And I go blind enemy. It being just as a father into his money, he spends the bubble. Coming, that's her being human again. This was a television this time. Huh. I'm laughing because of this. It's satisfactory.
Oh, I'm familiar with that game. I watched another YouTuber who plays it, and I've watched him play that for years. No, he doesn't just play that game, but it's one of the ones I'm most familiar with from him. He loves construction-based games.
Yeah, the only reason I'm not playing it too much because I don't have time to do anything else. There's so much to do.
He did mention on his last video of that game that an update was coming soon, and then they were changing the appearance of the supercomputers in particular, which he kind of regrets. He liked the last appearance, and he's not as certain if he's going to like the new one. That particular video, he was playing some of his old save files and just kind of giving a little bit of a tour of them.
But those are always fun. I kind of wish the map was actually random in there.
Just surprised to notice that you're interested in it too. I don't hear too many people talking about it. You honestly are the second one. Other than some comments he gets in his videos.
I do like calming games where you don't really have to think too much. I mean, in this game you have to, but like farming simulator and stuff. But yeah, this just came up because of this. Because it was satisfactory. Excellent. Cheers. In here? Oh, sorry. Excellent! There you go. Cheers. In here, we are not being affected by either the rain or wind at all. No matter how strong it is raging outside the bubble. Wait, but isn't the bubble physical, so it should actually affect the bubble? Even if you are flying.
It's affecting the bubble a little bit, but it's not passing through the bubble. So inside of it, they're immune to the rain and the wind, but not the gravity. Because of the tilting ship. Also, they're not immune to the noise. It's just canceling inertia right there at the shield.
And it's and it goes with them.
Yeah.
So it's even more possible to fly.
As long as they can fit the bubble through whatever they're trying to maneuver to. Now that he's expanded the bubble, it's harder to fit across some narrow spaces.
So it is now an unmovable moving object.
Well, it's going to move them, but move with them as long as they can fit wherever they're trying to go.
But wait, there is a huge wind outside, right?
Hurricane force.
And you wrote here that he has to open a hole to fit the harness through.
A tiny hole in order to let just the harness through, which is like a few inches in thickness.
Have you ever heard a wind whistling to a window?
Actually, yes, I have.
Now imagine that with a hurricane force wind.
Yeah, well, they might actually have some of that. I didn't think of that, but I don't know if that sound stands out too much with all the other storm that's going on in the background and all the noise it's making as well.
No, I didn't mean the force, the sound. I would mean the wind is still coming in through that hole. It might mess up your flying. A lot.
Well, the bubble's closed now. He got rid of the harness at her request.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You are right. You are right. They are only kind of harnessed together.
You know that they could have done that, but no, he's simply on her back, as if he was a human mounting a horse.
Oh, I thought they were already harnessed together.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
they are not.
that would have been a good idea, actually. Even with what she's trying to do right now, it still would have worked if they were harnessed to each other.
Yeah. It would be even more safer.
Probably, yeah.
This is completely shit. It gets to an inertia and leaves the arm in the moment perfect calm. But then, now they can't get any oxygen. Didn't in the case, I might as well fly up to rescue our stallion. Granny was something up to in alarm, and I cried out to her desperately. No, son! Wait! Too late?
That word wait is actually in bold.
Yeah, I see that. I just can't shout too much. I will shout enough after this team.
I know.
Because after this we are going to Twitch. With my
Just
friend.
pointing that out in case you can't see it, it's a little hidden of the way that this format is presented.
Yeah, I can see it fine.
Okay.
Wait! Too late. Let me hold something out, and the flaps her wings, and she usually does to fly. The problem in the situation is that each toss she makes on the air in the mower affects back at her. Yeah. I mean, the only way you can fly in this situation if you are becoming the mower. Be the mower. In the car man within the mower in just a step, the motion of the interior of the force field and affects time back at them. Now there's a hurricane inside the mower as well.
Basically.
This topic is happening using more swing. As back as I ought to do. It then ought written with an O. Maybe this is another way to write it.
Not sure.
Let me just check.
You could check it with both spellings. Let's see if it actually points to the same word definition or if they really are two different words.
Yeah, it's an older version. Wait.
Okay.
It's a very confusing word. It can mean either everything or nothing at all.
Okay.
It's a different word. Alt is a numerical symbol 0. What you meant was alt with an O.
Okay, I'll fix that.
But I can see I can see why. Because it sounds like an O. The winning birds back at them from all directions almost simultaneously. Then end up pushing them back and forth in midair, and ultimately she cannot get any true useful thrust out of each web. Thus she inadvertently creates a running cycle within the port bubble. That's what we said. It's a cyclone inside and a cyclone outside. crashing into the ground, so we end up nicely on the ground. With her body touching the wet floor, and her legs spread out in an X pattern. I made that the spot. X marked the spot. This phenomenon manages to maintain the force bubble outside the wind, rain, and even huge catching waves continue to not affect them. However, since they are not going the alternate reality, they have no plan to get turning across the upper deck, and the ship tilts back and forth. When I thought it would happen, on the earlier space, by floating a nearby hook clip on a rope. Within the force field, I glimpsed it to something to rest. That in turn prevents them both from sliding too much, since he still on her back. There you go, nice. By stopping a command, he covers the hook around the rope. They are now attached to, and then using it to pull herself back to the wall. But there are many things to give, such as a rope that attached to many parts on the wall. I mean, not actually a bad idea, but instead of a whole wall, what Thunder is doing right now, it's a wall around them, you should actually make a dome so Thunder can fly.
I guess you mean a hemisphere?
Yeah.
Where it's all around them except for down?
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty fearsome storm out there. That would definitely reduce its impact, but as soon as they're in the air, they're now exposed to the bottom end. But crashing waves and the rain, it's not easily going to penetrate them from the bottom end, I guess. It would have to blow upwards, which can happen a little bit, but I think the majority of the force is coming from downward.
I mean, if they want to, they don't even have to fly, they can just use the force field as a parachute.
Here's an idea.
No, that would be too chaotic. I admit it, but the idea, so confessing. I guess I didn't think that one too. I'm not used to flying with a force bubble. I mean, probably no probably are. You're back as a companion on her back. But I suppose you would know you control the wind and guide them into your midst. Into your midst so you can glide in the air. How are you supposed to do that if you are within a force bubble that can't have momentum both ways? You push the bubble itself. But I've been hitting the sky, they showed. I assume there will be no objection if I attach anything the hooks to harnessing while you climb your way to the radio tower. So Padawan just goes around the question and doesn't answer because he doesn't know the answer.
Yep.
Having no disagreement, I shout, "Good idea!" Padawan looks at the wall as she shouts, "I will do a small matter. I will take some of this rope with us, that way we can use it to attach the stallion to us. Once we get up to him, it will be another way we can secure him." And I said, I told that they were already harnessed together. And it is usually all the time how they are doing it. And they are not only harnessed to the wall, but they should be harnessed to each other. So if anyone slips, they can catch each other. Something repeats, and another shouts, "Once again, good idea. I believe all the brain work to you, while I do all the brown work." And often worked before, okay. Wait, he is only taking one rope with them? they should take two. One for them to attach the stallion to them, and one for the stallion to attach himself to the ship. That way they would be actually linked on two sides. But it's fine. I cannot click on this. Oh no! I was jokingly saying that this music is gonna be too upbeat, but it actually fits right in with the mess that Selming was doing.
I just don't know what went wrong.
It's right allowing up here, on the ladder of the Helium Tower, to say at least. Say the least. Even without the storm, this thing is still on a ship. It will normally sway back and forth because the ship itself is not on a stable platform. Add to that, and the heat of wind of the tower like this makes it so they can feel the sway even more, especially as they climb higher. Also, especially if the tower itself sways as well. Because that's usually a thing. The same time was during the severe hurricane force storm. Both father and son can feel themselves being threatened by the wind and lives in the ocean, which causes this tower to sway quite sexily back and forth. You know what? If Feather was a very good caster, he would be like well, I forgot his name, but that one, if he would have the power like that one, he would make the bubble around the whole ship, and then they could fly.
Yeah, Starswell is one of the best casters of the race has ever known. Which I have a feeling is strongly modeled after Merlin. Uh, it's not that he's incapable of being that, but he'd need a great deal more of experience and practice.
Yeah, but now we know that there are more powerful beings like Celestial, Luna, the Twilight, even Starlight as well,
Yep.
who are capable of such feat.
Yeah, they're on their way up to that standard.
And the wind force is protecting them. In about 3 foot diameter sphere around them. 3 foot, so 1.5 meters, probably? No, wait, less. This is another one. Let me just see. Oh, 0.9 meters, so almost 1 meter. Assuming meter such so small, I don't think it would be bigger.
Oh, they're that small if she's folding it back into her back. That's nowhere near if she was spreading it out though.
Yeah, I forgot that he shrank it back.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I thought it was still the same size, and they were trying to fly.
Yeah, he shrank it back, but might have reinforced its strength.
He might need to make it bigger when they find the stallion.
Yeah, that's quite possible. Because there's more in the area then.
But it's not connecting the tower itself much, at all. The tower continues to be forward by the wind and the waves. And it continues They are initially unnerved by hearing the threats and the groan of the metal mass of the tower, and they continue to keep on in their life. Don't worry, it is safe. The tower is not gonna fall. Metal towers are usually golden, no matter, even by a little wind. Up here, they have a better perspective of the storm all around them. It's really hard to tell if it's day or night at all. In the storm clouds are so thick, it seems so pitch black. Most of the time expect for the brief illumination across the sky due to the lightning flashing. Oh yay! There is a lightning storm as well. But up until now we only knew it was only a storm. We never knew it was a lightning as well.
It was mentioned earlier, actually.
Maybe, I just didn't remember.
It was early in the last chapter.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought the visibility was better. It's always good that you said that, yeah, it's almost pitch black.
Which just makes it scarier. That means you can't see where everything around you as you climb. There is a small illumination from Feather, though.
Only a small one?
Well, when you're using magic, your horn tends to glow.
I mean, why is he not using Lumos then?
In fact, with his horn color, his magic glows especially brightly because it's a silvery color.
I just realized something.
I've seen some LED lights, like if you actually are a unicorn with a deep crimson color or a dark bluish color, it would not emit that much light, even if you're really using it strongly.
No, this is what they are playing.
You mean the music?
No, Father has done.
Super Monkey Ball, okay.
It's a stupid little game, but literally the monkeys in the moment. And they roll it around.
Ah, okay.
I just feel like that they probably look like that from the outside.
Something like that.
Feathering and Serving and Feathering, I actually somehow had Feathering.
Okay.
Serving and Feathering would privately assume that it is a dark and stormy night, to near the greatest possible extreme, while still not being utterly and totally fatal. It feels like the only reason they are alive right now is because of the precautions they took. And even then, they are struggling. I mean, the precautions are there for that reason. Keep everyone safe. Actually starving. And I mean, isn't usually challenged too much up here to all of the forest field. Because any inertia of the wind and then is cancelled by the force field. On the greater force of the waves, that's the same for a woman. As he may be important the force field enough to make sure it does not crack and shatter against too many tons of weight that catching up on them. Also, the water is actually flowing onto the deck.
The higher they climb, though, the more they'd be out of reach of the waves.
Yeah, also, I'm getting a clear picture how the storm is going right now. It is more dangerous than I actually imagined. We must all make a sail to hold onto the ladder, while the tower is being heavily swayed back and forth for multiple reasons. It's hard enough to just cling to the ladder itself under this condition, let alone try to climb it. If any of them tried it alone, they would never finish the tower. They would never even get to the tower. And I've been tapped sometimes when it seems like she's struggling too much, and he's doing it in multiple ways. In addition to the force wind, in lightening his body weight a little bit, so she doesn't have to carry as much. He also summoned a strong gust of wind, perhaps reflects some of the weight of his incoming crashing wave. That not only spares him from using extra energy to reinforce his force field, but that actually protecting the tower as well. He doesn't need to see to do this either. But I clearly feel the force of the weather around him. This is so much a part of it. And storming is almost always a little bit afraid that he will just fly away with the wind. All he has to do is listen, to be aware of what's going on around him. It's literally, if a proper attack came to you, and he's gonna say like, I'm gonna do a right punch, I'm gonna do a left hook.
Oh, if you recall from the Sky Dancer book, she was very proud of her friend for being able to fly. Happy for him too, because he knows that was so precious to him. Only a little bit sad that she can't keep up with him.
No.
He eventually became a much better flyer.
He became one with the wind.
Yeah.
Kind of really. So let me get some more tea.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm back. The little girl came coming with me. Hi.
Welcome back.
Don't hit my nose.
Cute. Oh, different shirt too.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, this one. I was like, where were we? Have to be careful not to hit her. There we go. Oh, Lucy. Give me a second. I see the top. Sorry, I'm back.
Come back.
You missed the spot and Pino Thomas. No. I'm like, well, movie. Let's be fair, sometimes use this Takeshy to grab her hook harness, and then use it to pull her in, whichever direction that would get her. Someone would never want to get her. The reason he doesn't use his magic to grab her flash, no, is because unicorn magic stinks and tickles, which is why most of his race do not use it to live themselves. And it's one exception though. No, there are two. The other are probably mother unicorns for the babies. They normally can't maintain their concentration with this kind of physical detection. So to avoid causing her any other detection during this critical moment, he has used his magic to grab and direct something she is wearing herself. And with note, the serving has grown tired to Arthur's climb up the tower. Despite everything he has done to aid her, this remains a serious challenge for her nonetheless, especially over time. Her muscles can't recover if she continues using them to hold on for dear life. Due to the darkness of the stormy night, though there is a panel of wind and sun, and any sort of continuous and of light is due to feather storm. I don't mind my light. He is very bad right now. Having to concentrate on sometimes multiple spots at once, it's always growing enemy. This provides very short-range illumination with a small bubble of silver light, and barely covers the hands, shoulders, knees, and toes. And another thing they think to. Still, it is good enough for further to see something. Recent tight pain sometimes matter the tower stairs severely, which it keeps doing at random. Having gone. He has hooked on at least one of the four legs around one of the bars of the ladder. As you can remember, the tower stairs quite a bit. Noticing that tiny bits of pain on her face hurts his heart to see. But he also lovingly admires her, and he sees no fight to the pain of pain, which with overwhelming determination. He knows her well enough to know what her mind is looking onto during moments like these. Whenever anybody else is in danger, as she perceives it, a thread within her instantly comes alive. Connecting or not is exactly what her cutie mark is for. And that's why cutie mark is standing me. The reason she discovered it so late was that she had to wait for a moment of crisis to occur first, before she could fully realize that. But those collective instincts were always part of her, even before that moment. But at some point in being verbally abused or physically covered, something just got the mind by direction of a bully, without doing something about it. Standing up for the little guy has always been a natural part of her. But good thing she didn't meet what is it called? I forgot his name. The anchor guy from I made him as with names. From that Industries team. Who hates tomato in his sandwich.
Oh, short fuse?
Short fuse. Standing up for the little guy. This little guy is the one who is doing the yelling. I mean, it's not impossible for her to meet. I mean, they are even if they are not from the same timeline, they are in the TARDIS, so they can meet.
Yeah, it's possible.
And we probably only see part of the journey, not all of them. And this is actually why she is so strong. Strong enough and advanced enough to be unusual for even most Earth bodies. She is more like her example of the strongest and slowest version of the Earth bodies. The perfect species, right? The perfect specimen. In addition to that, no, Storming can also fly, walk on clouds, and potentially modify the weather if she has to. Now give her a horn, and she may be the strongest icon in the history.
Possibly, but how strong is she with that magic? And how many spells can she cast? Just because you're an alicorn doesn't mean you're a wizard. That takes training. It just means that if you do cast magic, you might be very good at it.
I have to object. If you are an icon, you probably have innate talent for magic.
Well, probably a lot of talent, but you may not. You still need to learn how to cast the spells.
I mean, yeah, but if you have the talent for it, you can easily do it.
So we know that it's pretty common for unicorns to know basic telekinesis. Well, as soon as you become an alicorn, you can lift a whole orchard field of apples in this huge bucket and just dump it there. But you're going to need a little more training before you actually master things like teleport or maybe force shields.
Wait, I'm thinking, did Twilight learn teleport before becoming a unicorn? Or after?
Teleport? Yeah, yes, she did. He was very early on too. I think it was episode. I'm sorry, it's episode 2. She teleported behind Nightmare Moon to go after the elements of harmony.
Yeah.
The next time she cast that spell, apparently was successful but barely, because she included Spike in that, but it burned out her horn. And then after that, there was another episode where Applejack was being stubborn about because she wanted to kick these apples down the whole orchard all by herself.
I remember that.
Okay, that day, Twilight was doing something weird. When she was confronting Applejack, she just didn't move her legs. Instead of that, she was constantly moving only through teleportation. And I had this theory in my back of my mind because on that day, Twilight was practicing becoming better at teleport by pretending her legs doesn't work.
Huh?
At that point, you might as well use teleport to turn yourself around, but you didn't move from your spot.
Oh, maybe
she was using it.
You.
Yeah, she was using it that frequently that day, which I'm guessing was good practice because she used it fairly well after that.
Yeah, but remember, there's always one other way that we can interpret this. She might have some interposed joke, and her legs actually didn't work.
It's what it seemed to be. I mean, it's like, in order to practice getting great at teleport, pretend you don't have legs.
I mean, yeah.
Or wings thereof, if you happen to have that.
But yeah, do you know D&D, right?
Huh?
Do you know D&D?
D&D?
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons.
I do. I've played it many years ago.
So yeah, I would actually say that in D&D terms, the unicorns are actually the mages. And the alicorns are the sorcerers who are born with that, but in this magic. That's what I refer to.
But Twilight ascended to that status. She was not born that way. In fact, they claimed that only Flurryheart was born as an alicorn.
That is what Celestia said. And I'm still on the edge. They still never denied it. my accident that Twilight was an icon to begin with.
Well, there's some that have the theory, yeah.
But we may say there's still half a season left for me. They can still deny it. Especially with the ending. But yeah, Tommy isn't just song and stuff particularly. He also put a mental fortitude enough to tough it out, but things are tough. If she knows and understands somebody in danger, it doesn't matter how often or how hard any force tries to break her down. Whatever it takes, she will find the strength within herself necessary to sail her way back onto her home. Now, this can be multiple things. It can be determination, stubbornness, or pride. In her, we know in her way it's determination.
It's definitely determination. Sometimes it also might be stubborn. I'd say pride is the least of the three, but not completely absent.
Yeah, she is not Vegeta.
Yeah, she's not. She's actually pretty humble. She does not care about the credit. She cares about saving the other pony if they needed that.
And not Rainbow Dash.
No, no, really, it's not. You'll occasionally find her prideful when she's just exercising and hey, look how much I can lift now. That happens a few times. But when things are an emergency, all her priorities is on saving the other target.
You know what can be a prideful moment?
What's that?
A daughter.
Oh, for sure.
Anything compared to a daughter. Anything happening to a daughter is a prideful moment.
Even if she lacked that, there would definitely be love.
Yep. So whether it's serving giant weight or may symbolically represent a giant shield to him. It can have whatever you think that the way she often uses them. Right. You can have one lovely thing that with the way she of huh?
Can't help but lovingly think that with the way she often uses them.
I try to interpret this sentence.
It's a reference to the last sentence.
And yeah, without the last sentence, it doesn't mean anything. But with this, okay, I get it now. I always forget that English loves to reference other parts of the sentence. And other sentences as well. Without context, you will not understand anything.
Oh yeah, if that was the only sentence said, like if I approached you in the middle of the street and said only that sentence, yeah, it would be confusing.
Especially for us Hungarians, because our sentence building is the other way around. Literally, almost everything is the other way around.
I heard that was true with Japanese too.
Yeah, Japanese is India for me because it's probably the same, around the same sentence building as ours.
Likewise, their writing style is backwards compared to English style, going from the back cover over would have been in English to going to the front. And sometimes they're also, instead of writing side to side, they start from the top and write downward.
Yeah, that is the original way, yeah. Not here though, but for Japanese.
Well, it works for them.
That's what I was like. Yeah, my mom is trying to understand what is written here, and she tries to translate everyone one by one and put it in a sentence in Hungarian. But it's never gonna work. Even if she understands all the words. And paying by the time when you look, he keeps seeing her face. It's always another reminder of why he loves her. He is so strong, and for all the right reasons. He knows she would fight. That's hard to protect him too, if she had to. And she has proven that many times in the past, including in social conflict. Yeah, that was a lot of times where she actually saved him.
Yeah, she really wailed on Searing Wind from the Wonderbolts. If you remember
Yeah.
that.
And they need a lot of time to realize about their feelings to each other. They have not yet realized it, right?
Well, they have some. They're not married though. That occurs way later. But they definitely love each other, and they're equally aware of that.
But do they aware of the other being loving them?
I would say yes. Several years ago, in fact.
I don't know where we are in the other story, that's why I asked.
Well, it has. By chapter 17, it's occurred.
Okay.
Like a few years earlier, there was a incident where there was they were caught in a storm that they didn't expect. It was scheduled, but they happened to miss that notification. So they decided to fly to some kind of cave to get shelter from the storm. And during that moment, they actually got a little bit intimate with each other.
And after that moment, Halloween had a spark and made a new spell that stopped the storm.
Oh yeah, he created the crystal heart then.
No, the bubble that he's using right now.
Actually, yeah, he did use that force bubble in that chapter, just to get some cover from the rain.
Yep.
Until they went to the cave, then he didn't need to use the force bubble anymore. Instead of that, he used his hornbeam on a bunch of stones in order to heat them up, causing a little bit of light, but a lot more heat too.
I mean, it's much easier to do than actually holding up the bubble. And
in addition to that, they pressed each other's bodies together in order to share body heat, and she wrapped her wings around his whole body because he is tiny compared to her.
yeah, I would say his daughter is bigger than him. Probably.
Yeah, she probably surpassed him at a decently young age. I think she was smaller as a foal when you were reading Sky Dancer.
Yeah.
But she was catching up to him already.
As for that, she's surprised. She usually catches them too. She also remains at money alert at all times. It's taken Solomon quite a while to fully realize how much she could trust Halloween in return. And the tribal pony was often timid. It's feeling weak due to unusual small size for his age. And a typical pampered life or aristocratic lifestyle. Just like almost all the unicorns. In Canterlot.
All the Canterlot. Okay, there you go. When you clarified that point, I have to go like, yeah, you're probably mostly right.
Yeah, and then I realized that so probably some villages that don't have anything like that.
also be the location you probably see most of the wizards, trained wizards for spellcrafting.
Yeah, even if they
Yeah.
are not, they would probably be sent to Celestial school for magic.
According to their backstory, that means Lyra should be a pretty decent wizard, because she did attend the school for gifted unicorns, along with someone
who?
named Lemon Drops. Lyra Heartstrings
Oh yeah.
is the mint green. Green.
Yeah, I know who she is.
She attended the school of gifted unicorns along with Twilight.
And
so,
and we have proof of that she is a wizard. She is a strong wizard. She knows of hand. So she has been into other side of the mirror. Because there is no other creature who has actually hands. They have claws and stuff, but not hands. So this knowledge can be only be brought upon her by entering the human realm.
Yep, that's actually one of the most interesting things about Lyra.
I think about that her girlfriend, and you're saying like that, is a spy.
That would be the other thing that's interesting about her.
That would be the biggest turnabout if Lyra was a spy as well, and she was sent to spy on Bonbon. To keep an eye on her.
Case, what agency does Lyra work for then?
We don't know. Nonetheless, Father has proven his worth. enough to make her realize that she too has a strong ally at her back. Just an ally? Whatever shortcomings that he has, he makes up for with his magic. Highly unusual way to fly for his race. I mean, that's probably thanks to his small stature as well. And a similar heroic instinct, both inner and outer strength, always come more natural for solving during times like this. But Father Wind always manages to find just enough to fit their needs, even if it is more of a special struggle for him to do so. Okay, just saying how far we are.
You're almost done. Probably about a page or two.
I don't know how pages work here, so...
I don't either, but it's about that length, I think.
Yeah. With all these current challenges combined, it felt like much larger climb than it actually was. They are indeed delayed many times because of the tilt, but that didn't actually increase the distance she has to climb. It only increased the challenge of the climb due to fatigue in pretty much all sections of the run. Nevertheless, because of her overwhelming determination, strength, and strong support she received from Mother, they finally achieved the goal. So let me write to my friend, so we can go. There we go. Did I hit this one?
Yeah, you finished read that paragraph.
The title of the question is direct aggression by the time they got to him. Oh, that's actually made hard to move him then. For whatever reason, he started to grow sad too. But they did ultimately determine he is alive and relatively stable under the circumstances. He started stable enough to make it possible to move him without killing or injuring him much further. Do you want to kill him further? They followed this for serving multiple times tonight. He has Daniel took honest with his magic, and also using the same path to unhook the stadium from being secured on this narrow platform up here. Ah, so it is an open radio tower. You don't have to go inside, it's an open radio tower.
Yep, there's no shelter up there. By design, it's similar to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I kind of imagine like a lighthouse type of radio tower.
I don't know, they're exposed to the elements the whole way climb up there.
Yeah, it makes sense that they need to be saved then even more.
So, while the waves are damaging the radio tower, it's also passing through it. Instead of just, if it was a light tower, and it's just all the blunt force with the wall.
But yeah. But the radio tower is still standing, so they might actually have a signal.
So far, yeah. Well, that's correct. The radio tower is sort of working, except the storm's kind of interfering with it. But the concern was it's about to wash away, and they didn't want that to happen because as soon as the storm passes, they can't radio help to get resupplied from other towns.
I mean, even if they could radio help now, the others can't come while the storm is going on.
Yeah, the last transmission they sent is "Don't come. There's a big storm here. Wait for us to tell you it's safe to approach."
And then the radio tower washes away.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
It is a hook to move the cellular TARDIS and serving. Then in turn, tells them to each other. Once again, I said that should be the first thing to do in this situation. So even if you grip on him, steps later, they will make up to keep their hold on him. And of course, and then those who hope more tightly around them, too. So that the saddle can dangle distance greater than for the wind to own force bubble. As for serving, he also saddled close by her side, using a single wing, expecting her for a precise wing to be so strong that it could hold up the dead weight of an entire adult stadium on its own. But serving is just that good. That's her name. Who would have thought? The correspondent also removed some of the stadion's weight. The Phenomenon also used his magic to lighten the weight of the stadion even further, thus reducing the mass of fatigue on Starwing's wing, enough to make it possible to overcome the challenge of climbing back down with the extra added weight. Needed as much a challenge for Starwing to descend, washing on the extra weight this time, and then also the size of the metal tower consider. It had been metal the whole time during and before the initial climb. The entire reason the stadium was up here in the first place was to reinforce this tower with extra cables. On a mission of failed, so the tower continued to suffer damage for a time. While full, and a huge wave crashing down directly above the tower was likely to have potential to bring it all down. There are times when city fell waves after them to crash upon them, along the way up and down. Unfortunately for the intermittent adventures, and the wind is unusually left, and corrected with the weather. Not only does that mean he can tell the weather elements coming, but he can do something to at least minimize it, even if it means forming a temporary cycle around the tower. Changing the weather fully can be done as long as whatever force is going in past it. Or he can at least add his own money to the weather, which either reinforces what it's already doing, or upscales some of the inertia. In the end, just as they are nearing the bottom, he uses off waves that kind of wind can pull in gas on. None of this gas around them. Considering the saying on the tower already suffered through, it is finally enough to knock the tower down. And now they can't call for help. Thanks to fellow weather scientists, no, he received enough forewarning to plan around it. He starts solving to let go at the crucial moment, as he issues an intergalactic task, shooting them off the tower entirely, and towards a safer combi hole, and the ship could sufficient to shelter them from the worst effect of the particular wave.
Hold on. Now that is something they can do within the force bubble. Maybe the wings won't work because it's just going to reflect back at you, but telekinesis is a different story. That's kind of like gravitational control, making you fall in whichever direction you want.
I mean, I told you they have to meet the bubble.
Yeah, so you can have the bubble plus telekinetic flight. That actually would work, as long as you can get around the ticklish problem.
Yeah, but the only thing that he can do is fly around in the wind, because he can't control the wind. Yeah.
Yep. He can. Good with controlling the wind, but what does it matter? The wind would be stopped by the bubble too.
Yeah. I mean, if he controls the weather and then the wind, he wouldn't need the bubble to begin with.
Yep, that's true. Normally that's true, but this storm has a mind of its own, and it's being afflicted with a status by a much stronger force.
Yeah, I'm lucky that there was a coming hole there, by the way.
Hmm.
It could have been washed away.
I'm guessing you read ahead.
No, I was right here in the coming hole in the ship.
Ah, okay.
It's not by the water that, because that is probably safe by the bubble. But part of the tower could have swept them away. If they are still on it.
Oh, you want to read on? You're almost done.
Yeah. They have no chance to hear each other, as the huge wave catches on the ship enough to go to Sebastian. It's alright. The fact that this platform is attached to the others around it is the only reason this one doesn't capsize completely. Oh yeah. That happens a lot, and you have multiple ships together.
Mm-hmm. They're all chained together in a network all around them.
The wave does, however, notice the alien tower of the ship this time. They remain in the coming over for several minutes, as well as sound brain very hard. So the doctor stayed in the captain cabin, and met with the
Correct.
captain
Yes,
in the meantime.
he did. Right, yeah.
Probably that's about me I'm gonna see next time.
That's a pretty solid prediction. In fact, at this point, it makes sense. If he really is a doctor, right? Well, it seems like that stallion does need medical attention.
Yeah. But doctor can mean a lot of different things. And he is probably actually expert in most of them.
Well, that's what he said, is I'm a doctorate in everything.
I mean, he had the time to learn everything, so the Time Lord.
Well, sure. You're first of all, you got an individual who's very smart, and you have a race that is particularly smart. I'm thinking especially good with memory, and especially good sense of time. But he is a genius of a race that's innately brighter. And on top of that, it's an individual that has a lot of time to learn things, and he does it at a fast rate. So, and furthermore, he's a noble in the Time Lord Society. That gave him access to advanced levels of education across his lifetime that he spent with the Time Lords before he took off.
Yeah, I mean, they do say that elves are very wise race. No, they are not wise race. They have just too much time to learn a lot of things.
While he did put a heavy emphasis in education, probably both as a student and a teacher during his first 600 years, which is the first Doctor, played by William Hurt. What he's really picked up on ever since then is more and more experience as an adventurer. Instead of studying things, he goes out and experiences them. Going directly to the planets, going directly across time, and finding out what it's really like in person.
Yeah, we may come back to this after I finish this, so
Okay.
now like to bury ourselves. It takes a similar amount of time for the analog pumping in our system, so that we're off enough to restore a decent amount of cognitive thinking. Well done, Father! Coming a massive shout in appreciation. We are not done yet, and I reply seriously. And then inside the ship. We have the Doctor, taking a look at him, and see what he can do. Knowing him, he will probably have a solution for this, with a remarkable noisy device of him is. I mean, yeah, I saw it through that I can do a lot of things, almost anything, and unless he is made of wood.
Yeah. Probably not in this case, though. Unless he has a prosthetic limb or something like that that's made of wood.
Having both slaps and scouts with a shield per hand, to the next command. He then looks about which command? About this command or the wood command? He then
Well,
looks.
they didn't say anything about the wood, so that comment above is what she's laughing and scoffing at.
I know, I was just joking about that. He then looks about her for something to grab, before they make their way to the shelter. So they are literally just putting him on the floor. By a rope.
Yes, but a very short distance. That rope is coiled around them now, so that is a really short tether.
Yeah, so back to the Doctor. I still haven't found any legal site where I can find the Doctor.
I've found a few, but you have to pay for it. And I think that's the point. Why you have a hard time.
No, not because of the paying side. It's because the localization locked. So like, it's not available in your country. Oh no, this is not available in your country. That is the reason why. I found several sites where I could find see if I was American or if I was British or Austrian, but not in this country.
I got one suggestion to get around that.
I'm not gonna get a VPN. No.
That was it. VPN would increase the security of your computer in exchange for some money at a time, and also one more thing. There is another price for VPN, and that is slower internet service because it has to bounce across several servers across the world before it actually goes to your computer. That is why it's more secure, but it also slows the service down.
Yeah, but also one other thing that I noticed is that you can't see the whole thing in one place. You have to pay for this to watch the first 4 seasons, and then you have to pay for this one to watch the new one, and then you have to go to another service where the lost seasons are. So you will literally have to pay 3 different services for Windows VPN to watch the whole thing.
I miss when it was on Hulu, basically for free. I think there was a little bit of paid service for Hulu itself, but provided you have that, they had the entire or most of the episodes of the original Doctor Who there, except for the episodes that are damaged and lost to time. Ironically enough.
Yeah,
Even then, they actually recovered a few of those episodes. Like one that confused me at first because it turned into a slideshow instead of video, because the actual video part was lost. But for some reason, the audio survived better. So you were able to hear the episode going while you're seeing occasional pictures of the. But I later learned why that was true, and I admired how dedicated people were to try to reclaim those lost episodes.
You know why?
I respect
why
that
was
effort.
it like that? You know why was it like that? Because you
I
were,
have some.
because you were watching through the eye of a weeping angel. You
Well-
only saw pictures.
According to what I heard about why some episodes are lost, it had to do with the technology they recorded at the time back in the 60s. That kind of film eventually gets demagnetized.
Yeah.
And there also might have been storage issues about the place they put it was more exposed to the elements, I guess. So some of the episodes decayed as a result. All the episodes they recovered since then, some of them is because they were recorded in other countries. While it was playing on live TV, they recorded by VHS or VCR or whatever, something like that, and therefore they actually had an extra copy. When it was later discovered, it was given back to BBC, so they were able to play some of the more episodes that used to be lost. But still, a lot of the episodes are seriously gone. And I heard that was particularly true with the first Doctor. Which makes sense, that's the older version of the show.
Yeah, I haven't seen the old one and the new one. I saw the middle part.
I was diligently watching through all of the original Doctor Who's that was on Hulu and that they have recovered by that point.
I think I watched up to the Age of the Doctor.
I was somewhere with the fourth Doctor when all of a sudden that service was removed not only from Hulu but a bunch of other places. I suspect it's because they started to realize how popular the show was getting, so they could start monetizing it more by posting it only on specific sites, and you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
There was a possibility that there was also some political issues going on in the background too, about various things. Why they started pulling some episodes back and making it harder to access.
Yeah, I would have, as I said, I would have no problem paying for service to watch them if it was not location locked, and or they would have on all the episodes on one side.
Can you at least access the newer Doctor Who episodes?
No,
Darn.
they are all location locked. I don't know why.
Well, the last suggestion I might have, but this is pretty difficult to find, is to find some other person who has reacted to the Doctor Who episode, but it's not cut. It actually displays the entire episode, second for second. I found that once, where there was a young kid who was reacting to a bunch of the old Doctor Who episodes.
I
Actually, I'm sorry, the newer ones, and the entire episode was in the YouTube video. If that's not taken down by now.
I mean, and there's another way to do it if it actually happens.
Oh,
Was
buy the
there?
DVDs.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Was there any physical release? So if there was DVDs, I can still buy them from Amazon or something.
That probably would work. I mean, even in Hungarian, I think they'll ship it there.
I mean,
Should you purchase it?
I don't have a DVD player on my PC anymore because I need space for the Winchesters. But I do have a PS right here and I can play it on that.
Well, if you were willing to pay for it anyway, that might be the best option.
Yeah. I saw my sister look and say,
I'll give you a warning if you actually see the original Doctor Who episodes. They're great, but the third Doctor incarnation had some of the most horrendous music I ever heard. I could not believe that exists.
huh,
It just sounds like don't it's just weird random notes bouncing back and forth, and somehow I guess they consider it a style in not
yeah,
I think
it's called experimental.
I believe it was early 70s for the third Doctor, and that was somehow a thing that was popular, I guess, in BBC and in England around that time. But God, it was difficult to tolerate. Beyond that, though, the episodes are fine.
Yeah, I will try to find some way to do it at one point.
The third Doctor was one of the most action-oriented ones. He was vibrant, able to run fast. He actually used karate, and
Oh,
he also was really keen on using all kinds of wacky vehicles. And I heard that was a stipulation from the actor himself that he liked to use all kinds of weird cars and boats and helicopters, and the actor actually loved to pilot those things. So as a result, they wove it into the plot a bunch of times. He even rode rocket cars
oh.
for real too.
Uh,
So yeah, the third Doctor rode the most different types of vehicles. Ironically enough, the TARDIS was the one who used the least because it was kind of broken at the time.
oh.
I
Is
think
it always broken?
it was not functional. He was stuck on Earth. That was apparently a sentence that the Time Lords did against him for some reason to punish him.
Hmm.
But if it had anything to do with the theft of the TARDIS, that's awfully delayed. He does eventually get it working before his fourth regeneration, but for a while there, all his adventures were restricted to the Earth, and that one time he could not space travel or time travel. So he did a lot of adventures in the 1970s specifically.
He has to tell us somehow. So
Yeah, even with the TARDIS not active, he stayed an adventurer. It's like a wanderlust he has. He just likes to keep moving. Some of the Doctors in later incarnations make that even more obvious. Like I think the Matt Smith's Doctor, when there was a scenario occurred in a certain time period, and he stayed with them for months on end, monitoring a certain situation in case it becomes dangerous. But he got antsy because of that.
Hmm.
It's like he so wants to go, go, go. He has that ancient habit of keep travel after travel after travel. So it's so severely ingrained in him.
I can imagine the doctor being in a place, getting antsy and actually causing the problem. Because he is making it faster and faster and faster. So
Perhaps you can say in a way, I don't think he would normally do it intentionally, but there does tend to be a lot of trouble that follows after him. And you can somewhat blame that on his enemies. After all, if they have an objective against the Doctor, well, they'll cause trouble wherever he happens to be.
Wait, but
So
wasn't
if he stays in one place long enough, there is a higher chance for trouble because of his enemies will target him there.
wasn't there an episode where the natives on this land knew who the Doctor was and didn't welcome him because wherever he goes, trouble comes with him?
It happens sometimes. Yeah, I remember one of his some on and off again companions mentioned that the word doctor means various things in most societies. It means healer, but she actually said that in certain worlds, the word doctor um, has a different definition. Like it means brewing trouble or something like that.
I mean, you didn't need to take doctors when you didn't have the plague.
Hmm.
So in the case, he is actually like Absol. Remember the Pokemon from the other thing. Wherever it goes, trouble comes with it.
It goes the other way around too, where the TARDIS delivers him to places where there's trouble occurring, and it needs a hero to fix it.
A hero from the shadows. That's the problem with the Doctor. He can't stay in the shadows. He has to come forth and be the hero.
He just really likes exploring. But if there happens to be danger in the place he's at, he'll try to do the right thing. That's kind of his base motivation. He's in it for the fun, but if it happens to need a hero, then he'll do it the best he can.
Yeah, but once again, I think I will try to get past this probably by getting the DVD. That's the
That sounds like
most possible way.
it sounds like the best idea. I agree.
Unless I find somewhere legal space where I can watch them at one spot.
Once you have a DVD, you can potentially copy it as a digital version if you want to.
I don't need to. I don't need to.
No, you don't have to. No, but I'm just saying that's an option as soon as you get a hold of physical discs like that.
Yeah, but I see my friend will come, so I'm gonna leave with this one, and
Okay.
when he finishes eating and having a shower, we are going to Twitch and play some more Ace Attorney.
I can ask this tomorrow too, but do you have any predictions for the next chapter?
What?
I can ask this tomorrow too, but do you have any predictions for the next chapter?
As I said, I thought we are gonna see what the Doctor was talking with the captain, and how he's gonna have the stallion. That's how they are gonna get earn the trust. I mean now I looked over and I read the title of the so yes. But
Okay.
I literally had it after I said that.
Well, then it seems to allude to the fact that you might be right.
I don't know why the ancestor means so. It might actually mean that they are going down under to the sea police.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but they have to earn the trust of the other creatures to get the both sides of the story.
Yeah, it would help. If he starts getting their cooperation, then this adventure will start getting smoother. At least insofar as gathering information.
Yeah, especially if the storm stops, it's gonna be a lot smoother.
And the Doctor, being a smart archetype type of hero, he is the kind of character who would make that approach. Trying to gather useful information in order to eventually develop a good plan.
So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of cross starting, a lot of healing, and a lot of talking.
Probably.
So
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be the crossover. Not healing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Is it going to be at the same time?
Yes, it is gonna be the same time.
Okay. Look forward to it then.
So yeah, that's gonna be a little bit longer than this one. A little bit longer. A
Probably.
little. Especially because I think the episode itself is 2 hours. And seeing how we did last time, it's probably gonna be for us.
Yeah, it might be.
But yeah, thank you for watching. And see you next time. Bye bye.